Welcome back to Built to Ship, the podcast where we go behind the scenes with founders and product leaders shipping real AI products into the world. Today, I'm excited to be joined by Peter, co-founder of Personeo AI, a platform that helps professionals and teams improve their communication and soft skills through realistic, customizable AI role plays and feedback. Peter, it's great to have you here.
Hi, Tyler. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, I wanted to start with your background. What were you doing before Personeo AI, and how did you have the idea for the business?
So I left university approximately 10 years ago, and immediately I started my first SaaS company. Then I was working a couple of sales jobs in scale-ups, startups, mid-market companies, and we have created our second SaaS company 4 years ago, and Personeo is one year and a half year old product. So this is my short 10 years background.
Yeah, and you're so it sounds like you're pretty well versed in the startup world. Then, if this isn't your first time on the scene, what were the other two startups you did before? You mentioned two other SaaS companies, right?
My first SaaS company was feedback tool, something like SurveyMonkey or Google Forms, like 10 years ago. And the company we have started 4 years ago, it was like HR suite of modules for improving company culture. It was also survey module, then it was kudos and recognition module, and module for Q&A all hands meeting, something like Kahoot or Mentimeter. And Personeo is the fourth product of this company.
Awesome. And who are the kind of companies that buy this type of SaaS, like all of these feedback tools and all hands meetings? I'm assuming it's not just probably less of startups and more bigger companies. Am I right there?
Yeah, the bigger company better because they have more employees. They have some culture role. So this product suite was used also by Fortune 500 companies like Tesla, Google, Amazon, Nike, Spotify, McDonald's, and Walmart, all of these brands. But it was freemium usage, or it was freemium tools. And Personeo is like not freemium. It's only sales led, like high ticket type of product. So we have various ICPs. But now we are focusing only on one ICP, but previously it was it was many ICPs.
Great. And what's the experience been like for you going from, it sounds like the first products were a little more PLG, product-led growth, if it was freemium, if I'm right, and then now you're doing sales-led. How's that switch been for you as a founder?
It was very interesting because insights for this product Personio came from our first user base. So we have been asking our freemium customers, what else can we create? Which kind of pain point do they have now? Where is the money? Where is the budget? And we learned that learning and development budget is much higher than culture budget for freemium tools, definitely. And we have built our first learning and development offering. It was AI Coach, and we have pivoted from AI Coach to the focus on AI role plays. But it was the same customer, same decision maker, same budget. But now we are laser focused only on the role plays niche.
Awesome. It sounds like it's really grounded in like your experience, first of all, starting other businesses and also with your customers and users. So I think that's a pretty common startup story, right? You start out with one idea, and then from your customer base, you learn there's a different or similar but different pain that's important to tackle. So that's great. Where are you at with Personeo? You mentioned that it's been around for a little over a year, and now you're focusing on one ICP. How many customers do you guys have on the product? And how many conversations are people like, or what's the usage metric that you care about for Personeo, and how's that going?
Last month, I checked it in the 31st of December, we crossed 4,000 account owners, 4,000 signups, 4,000 companies. So this is like registered users. And number of role plays these guys do per month is in thousands of role plays per month. So yeah, this is the volume.
Amazing. Yeah, congrats. That's a great milestone to hit. How have you gotten? You said has that all been sales led? So like those 4,000 accounts is all sales led, or do you also have some type of inbound strategy?
To Personeo, we have switched some of the users from the previous product. It was like cross sell, upsell, or cross promo. We used, so it was first user base was from previous products, and the last leads are from sales led, but product has embedded virality. So we are using powered by Personeo effect. So every role play link is like public URL, like StoryMonkey. And you can, so yeah, there is some inbound, but also sales-led outbound
That's
channels.
great. Awesome. Well, tell us a bit more about the product itself. Like, what is an example of a use case of how someone would use Personeo?
Yeah, so the best use case is training sales reps communication skills, how to close customers. There are many other use cases like leadership training, customer success, but sales is number one. It can be cold calling, discovery calls, upsell calls, cross-sell calls, negotiations, discovery calls. So yeah, sales and these kind of topics to train.
Great. And what does it look like? Like someone logs into Personeo, are they chatting with a bot? Are they taking a call? Is there a setup? Like what does it look like to actually now I'm a sales rep and I want to train on negotiation, let's say.
Yeah, so you can create a free sign up, but most other users are like paid users from the company for some account owners. But majority of users are B2B account owners who are inviting sales reps. But if an individual sales rep find the product, he can still try the product. He can create a sign up. He can try the role plays like templates who are already in the product, or he can create his own from the builder and
Great.
play.
And when let's say I've used one from the builder, what does the role play look like? Am I talking to a bot like through chat, or am I on a phone call? Is there any video aspect? Yeah, is there a script that I've given the bot? Like, tell us a little bit more about that.
So AI roleplay is simulation of the conversation. It can be done via text, or via voice. And we are experimenting with the video, but video is still very expensive and not high quality. The lip syncing is like cumbersome process. So currently, 99% of the role plays are done with voice. 1% is text or chat, but
Great.
voice is the
Okay.
core.
Well, on that note, let's get in a little bit to just like some of the technical aspects. So you mentioned that 99% is voice. I know people have different architectures and different models when it comes to voice. Are you doing, I've heard people say that they'll use voice to voice models or like speech to speech models, or they'll do like text and then like do like use an LLM that's text based, have it create a transcript, and then there's like a different module that reads out the text. Which way are you guys finding success with?
We have started with the text to voice or voice to, but it wasn't great because we need a real time experience. So now we are using voice to voice models mostly from OpenAI, but we are also experimenting with different voice to voice. But yeah, we need the real time experience. So
Makes sense.
real
Do you have
time API.
have you noticed any trade-off? Like I've heard people, it sounds like most people, if they're using the voice to voice, it's because they need speed, like you mentioned. But then other folks will say that you lose a little bit of like intelligence from the AI in a way, like because the text models have just a lot more data than voice, and they're better at reasoning and things like that. Do you agree, or have you not found that in your testing?
For our use case, we don't need like very special like quality, or it's just a good enough because the context of the role play simulation, it's not like you need to 1 hour context window. Most of the role plays are a couple of minutes, so the context window is not a problem, or the quality or the details in the conversation are not so like deep like other use cases.
Makes sense. What do you use to like keep track of how well the role play is going from an analytics or like a customer feedback perspective? We're finding that a lot of companies now are in production with agents like you guys are, but then they start to realize it's hard to tell like where is it breaking, how are our users happy. There's the traditional things like putting a thumbs up or thumbs down or talking directly to your users, but do you have any tooling that you have to monitor and improve prompts and things like that? Or what's your approach to customer feedback on how the agents are doing with role play?
For the like enterprise and mid-market customers and paying customers, we have like very hands-on process. People are training just role plays, which our customer success team manually try many times and iterate on them. But self-service users, we don't have an automated process for the quality. We just hope that free users or self-service users know how to prompt a high quality role play. If not, there is a feedback button. They can tell us, please help me with this behavior. So it's manual process. But now we are experimenting. Our developer tried to create like AI agent who is testing AI agents or the role play. So, but it's not in the production yet. We are just experimenting. It's in the backlog roadmap. Yeah, I heard
Very
that it's
cool.
possible to train AI agent who is evaluating our role plays and improving them. Yeah,
Yeah,
it can be
no,
interesting.
that's definitely something that I've heard a lot of companies starting to do. They'll use an agent to evaluate other agents. Sometimes they call that an LLM as a judge, and I think it works really well for certain things. And then other things it doesn't work well, like checking math or something like that. Right? There's use cases where it's like, well, you should just write a script to check if the math was done correctly if you're having an LLM do math versus asking like an LLM as a judge. But for something like what you guys are doing, it sounds like it's a lot more subjective and could be a good use case for an agent to evaluate the accuracy. When it comes to your paying customers that you have like this support for, and you mentioned your customer support team is training the role play agents for them. What do you mean by training? Is that fine tuning, or is that mostly prompt engineering and things like that? Yeah.
It's like a bespoke service because we can have either SMEs and mid-market who are on self-service or enterprises who have like custom onboarding, and during custom onboarding is creating of custom role plays, and they are doing it in our builder. So we have a builder like SurveyMonkey has a builder for forms and surveys. We have a builder for the role plays. So our delivery team and customer success team is using our own product for delivering the content. He's playing our own software, iterating, changing the prompts, improving it every day. Yeah, so manual process inside our product, like front end.
Awesome. And with that builder, what are some of the things it can do? Is it like the tone and the voice and like what are the things that you can configure with the Personeo builder?
There are many parts. So we have like you can create like roleplay from scratch with the Magic Builder, and you will just fill 4 fields, or you can create from scratch the whole long builder manually, and there are fields for roleplay name, mm, AI persona, behavior, context, voice, his objections, opinions, goals for the conversation. Another part in the builder is scenario, logic of the scenario of the conversation, and the last part is success criteria fields. This is based, every roleplay will be evaluated based on the success criteria. So it can be very long builder, but we have a magic builder which saves times to create and pre-fill the long builder.
Awesome. That's sounds like you guys have taken a lot of the complexity of like all the work you would have to do if they were trying to build this agent in-house themselves with to make a role play system, and now you've made it pretty streamlined where it's like, okay, well, here's the objections they might bring up, here's the success criteria. I'm sure that's really helping your customers save a lot of time and get value quickly. Behind the scenes, when they fill out this form, so like they give it a tone, they give it success criteria and objections, what do you guys do with the information from the builder? Are you constructing prompts? Do you choose various models based on what they want? What have you found is the most effective to kind of tailor these experiences of these role plays? What's happening behind the scenes?
Is behind the scenes like is Google like environment after Google search. So very robust backend. I think all the details are our like business IP secret, or I cannot explain all the logic, but it's very, very heavy. It was iterated 1,000 times. We are developing this 18 months, so and still improving. So like it looks like a Google front end is very simple form or builder. I think the backend, many agents, many improvements, many layers on top of the core prompts. It's like this is why some other company cannot build high quality roleplay builder inside. They are using our expertise and our IP.
Makes sense. Yeah, no, that's awesome. And when it comes to managing so many agents and things like that, are there any tools that you guys, have really enjoyed and you'd want to share with the community, like frameworks like LangChain or tools for monitoring or evaluating or keeping track of these different agent versions? Or do you mostly build everything from scratch in-house with direct calls to LLM providers?
From what I know, because I'm not the IT guy, I am more the sales guy, but I have some product information.
Yeah.
But what I know, we are not using some SaaS solution. It's mostly like in-house code and custom code. There are some SaaS solutions, but it's not for the use case you mentioned. I think so.
Yeah. Makes sense. And how big is the team over there? Like how many engineers do you have to be able to build all of this in-house? And yeah.
We are just team of 4 ninjas, so it's like a small number, but I think they are like 10x engineers, so they are doing work for 10x for 40 engineers.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot you can get done these days with all the tools that are available to engineers with a small team. That's awesome. Well, I've really enjoyed learning more about Personea. I would love to put your website up on the screen real quick, and you could share more with the audience about who should check it out. How do they get in contact with you? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so our website is on the domain personeo.ai, and anybody in the world can try the roleplay experience directly on the homepage. So you can see the four squares. When you can try the product with just one click, there are a couple of more on the homepage below. But the best role plays are inside the product. If you create a free sign up, you can not play like these random templates. You can create your own role play for your context, or use our marketplace when other creators are creating the role play. So magic is in the admin after sign up.
Amazing. And you mentioned that, Personeo works for a lot of different companies, whether they're large enterprises that's a little more sales led or self sign up. But you mentioned there's a specific ICP you all are targeting. Do you want to share a little bit about that? Who are the exact customers that should be reaching out to you today?
So our focus, or like outbound, is focused on the head of sales or head of sales enablement, like sales director, VP of sales persona, who is in charge of sales training or revenue results. But our inbound is everything, uh, like HR directors who wants to train leadership skills, customer support directors who wants to train customer support guys, HR recruiters who want to train recruiting role play. So we have tens of use cases, but this is inbound. Our focus is outbound only to one ICP.
Awesome. Great. Well, I hope folks check out personeo.ai. Thanks again, Peter, for coming on the show. It was great chatting, and looking forward to following along and seeing as you guys continue to build out more product features in this suite and continue to grow. Thanks for the conversation.
Thank you very much also. Yeah.
I'll talk to you next time. Bye now.
See you. Bye.